Welcome to Hi-Fi and Stage Dives, a SoCan licensed podcast coming to you weekly from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Each week, I talk about a song that's been stuck in your head at one point or another, or stuff you've never heard before. Welcome to this musical journey. What's up and welcome back to Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. Today we're going to melt some faces with Baptized in Blood. This is a great fucking band coming out of Ontario, Canada. Unfortunately, they only put out one album, but they are fucking phenomenal. The guitar player just shreds like hell. Great fucking band. Unfortunately, they never stuck around. I'll get into some of the little things, I guess. I don't know. The feature song will be Up Shirt Down Skirt, I think it's called. Yes, I believe that's it. The reason why I'm picking that one is the first song I ever heard of them was Dirty Back, which is the song I just opened with, what we're listening to right now. Love it. But what got me with the feature song is the video. The video is fucking great. It's about a dude who just drinking, had a hard day at work or whatever, and crashes his car off a cliff, and he's playing guitar while the car's on fire going down the cliff. I highly suggest you check out this video. Alone, little in the music, just the fucking video is fucking amazing. Like, honestly, you can't get any better than that video. I don't know what else is. So, Up Shirts, Down Skirts. It's great. Go check out the video. Baptized in Blood. If you like harder music, if you like crazy videos, you like this video. So, there's not much on these guys because they haven't been around. They weren't around for very long. So, I think between me talking enough and some of the shit I dug up around the internet, stuff like that, we'll have a shorter show. Say that every time. But who the fuck knows what's going to happen with me, because I end up talking about stupid-ass shit. Okay, let's fucking do this. Baptized in Blood are a 5-piece from London, Ontario. Obviously heavy metal. They were managed by Mark Adelman and none other than Dave Mustaine. I fucking hate Dave Mustaine. That's a whole nother thing. I think that's the reason why this band fucking honestly didn't go anywhere or didn't get as big as they were is because of Dave Mustaine, because he's such a fucking narcissistic little bitch. It bugged me. Like, I'm reading this thing here, and I get a lot of my facts obviously from Wiki and stuff like that, but the frontman of American thrash metal band Megadeth, like, fuck off. They were signed with Roadrunner Records in 2009, but eventually they got cut. There was a huge thing in Roadrunner where they started cutting odds and ends and this and that and the other thing because they just weren't making money or some shit. I don't know. They downsized, so who knows what happened. They got together in 2004. Like I said, they're from fucking London, Ontario. Go to baptizedinblood.com. The members are Joel Fendley, Josh Torrance, Matt Harris, so Matthew Harris, Nick Berthensill, and Alex Johnston. Technically, these guys are fucking amazing. This guy shreds and so good. Like, I fell in love with the way he played guitar so bad. It was great. So I got a little blurb here and then some other stuff. And honestly, guys, it might be really fucking short, but we'll see how it goes. When they released their self-titled debut full-length for Roadrunner, they did it via digital retailers nationally on October 19th, 2009. They had a nice little quote, and I think they could have really did it if, they had some really awesome management behind them. I think there was some behind-the-scenes stuff that they never got into after, but this is their quote. Canada's Baptized in Blood are set to storm out of their native country and mount a takeover of American metal audiences. And I honestly, they were fucking doing it and so fucking good. I never had a chance to see them. They did, I guess they went to MTL, Heavy MTL, that festival I talked about in previous episodes, and they played there and they opened for Cancer Bats, which would have been fucking awesome. Killswitch. I'll get into all those after. So they played alongside Life Once Lost at the CMJ Music Marathon Metal Suck Showcase, which is pretty rad too, because Metal Suck Showcase is a pretty decent thing for them, which was held on October 20th at the Club Europa. And then Baptized in Blood have already turned the discerning heads of metal icon Dave Mustaine. He was so impressed by the band that he took on the role of the co-manager. That's a lot saying, alongside Mark Edelman. That's a lot. I mean, okay, besides my distaste for Mr. Mustaine of Megadeth and his whiny fucking bitchiness, he is a metal icon because it is Megadeth and where his roots of Metallica and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong about Megadeth. For me, it's a compilation, so I would have the best of for me to listen to Megadeth. There's a lot of Megadeth songs that I don't like. I I don't like Dave Mustaine, like from just interviews and stuff like that as a person. I was never a huge fan of him. Even before like the internet was accessible, there was something about Dave Mustaine that I just didn't like, with his weird like puppet mouth and his "Hello me, meet the real me" with his nasally stuff. Like James made fun of him at one point, but it's true. And then like watching like videos and like interviews and like they did some kind of monster, and Dave Mustaine was on there. He's like, you know what it's like being second best? Oh, I just wanted to see my buddy Lars. I'm like, then go see your buddy Lars. Don't be a fucking bitch. Don't be second best. You're Dave fucking Mustaine. Like, you can shred some fucking shit on guitar. I get that you're envious of Metallica and what they became, but it's not, it's your fault that they kicked you out. It's because of you that you're not in Metallica. So like, I don't know why he didn't fucking just own it and, get a real singer. First of all, if he would have got a real singer and just fucking put his ego to the side for a second, got a real singer, and stop being so fucking narcissistic about everything, I bet you Megadeth wouldn't be who Megadeth is. Okay, well, let me finish and then I'll get back to it. Megadeth would be something totally different. Who knows? They could have gave fucking Metallica a run for the money. Who knows? Not saying. I'm not saying you never know, right? Now, don't get me wrong. He's doing what he's doing, and Megadeth wouldn't be Megadeth if it wasn't for the way that they're doing it now. Maybe if they did get another singer, they wouldn't have. There's that flip of the coin. Who knows? But I don't know. It's Dave Mustaine. I don't know. You can tell there was, like, even just from interviews, there was a reason why he got kicked out, and it was him. You can tell by his shitty, like, weirdness that he has, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up, like, interviews of why and stuff. Like, even right now to this day, he's not letting a certain song be released. Leather, I can't remember what it's called. Something Leather, Metallica has a recording of it, and they want to re-release it and redo it, but fucking Dave Mustaine won't let him do it. Why? Because he's a whiny little fucking cunt, and he's being Dave Mustaine. Hello me, meet the real me and my misfits way of life. Like, fuck off, man. Let it fucking go and do something else. Big 4. He should be big 3. Anthrax is better than you, bitch. Ooh. Okay, that was my rant of Dave Mustaine, because they had some really good fucking band members in that band. Like, there's some really good, and like it's him. Fuck him. Additionally, Mike D of the Dark Icons Designs, who also serves as the bassist for Killswitch Engage, designed the album artwork. So if this album is a shark coming out of the water like Jaws style, and it says "Baptized in Blood," it's a fucking great piece of art. I thought about getting it as a tattoo, and then I went on their fucking Facebook page, and some chick got it on her fucking neck. Like, even though it's a band thing, Baptized in Blood, like, it's a crazy, like, the name Baptized in Blood, so fucking metal. It might be one of those tattoos I get just to get a fucking tattoo, like my pickle on my butt. I'm gonna get. I never told you guys this. I want to get like a shitty drawn pickle, a green pickle, Mr. Pickle. Like, imagine an actual dill pickle with some legs, like stick figure legs, stick figure arms, and a little top hat. And I want him maybe to be sitting on like one of those old brown leather tufted couch or lace chairs, or a couch, who knows, or even standing beside it with an ottoman. I don't want that on my butt. I know it sounds fucking nuts, but that's just what I want to do. So along with, like, knowing people and stuff like that, like Dave Mustaine and a bunch of like Killswitch, they never ever once relied on that. They always just did it themselves. Mad props on that. But I think maybe they could have asked for a little bit of help. That's why I don't know what happened on the inside. Like, we don't know what happens on the inside, so we couldn't really say, right? Which is too bad, because they had, like I said, some fucking amazing things going for them. So, like, it's a classic Roadrunner signing. A metal band being signed to Roadrunner. They fit perfect. Along fitting within Roadrunner and the whole thing, which is Roadrunner, the Baptized in Blood claim their influences. This is what their influences are: Gothenburg metal, glam, and everything in between, as long as it's distorted. And you know what's cool? Like, what I get out of all of it is, like, they were having fun. They were having a good fucking time. Even if you go look at their YouTube interviews and stuff like that, they're having a good time. They're being Canadian. First of all, they're polite. We're polite people. And then fucking, they're having a great fucking time. And you really get that feel from their videos. I think that's why that song and that video really got me. And I'll get into all the lyrics and stuff after. And the riffs. Jesus Christ, man. These riffs are fucking amazing that he makes. That they made. Oh, so sad that they're not around anymore. There was a quote that their music is equally anthemic and groovy without sacrificing 1 ounce of brutality, which I totally get. That's why I loved it so much too. It's like, it was fucking in your face, but it was really fucking good. They toured with a bunch of people, so like I'll get into who they toured with and stuff like that. So I'm gonna look at a little blurb here with who they toured with and where and stuff like that, and then we'll do the feature song and a couple of little things, and that'll be it. There's not much on these guys, unfortunately, because like I said, they only put out really one album and then some extra string-alongs and stuff like that. They toured in the U.S. with Fear Factory and with Shadows Fall and Hatebreed in Canada. That's a crazy lineup. Fear Factory with Shadows Fall, Hatebreed, some intense shit. I haven't listened to Fear Factory in a long ass time though, so I don't know. Actually, what's cool about Fear Factory is my homie Ben, guy I grew up with, my best friend. It's more like my brother. I call him my friend. He's more like my brother because I grew up with him. His band opened with my homie Chris. They were in a band together in British Columbia in Vancouver. They opened for Fear Factory, which is fucking totally rad. They were a fucking great band though. Holy shit, talk about tight. And Chris is an amazing guitar player, amazing songwriter too. So, and Ben's a bass. Ben is a fucking monster. The best bass player I know personally. Honestly, he's I haven't seen anybody as good as him. And it's not just about being technical, it's about what he can, the grooves and the fills and the way he writes. It's seriously just fucking blew me away. So they were also asked to join a pretty fucking killer lineup in 2010 to the Heavy MTL Festival in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Huh? Oui, mon ami, I'm just saying. Sharing a stage with people like Megadeth, obviously, Rob Zombie, Slayer, Lamb of God, and Mastodon, just name a few, performing in front of 15,000 fans. That's pretty big. That would probably be like closer to the night gigs. When I was there, holy fuck, there was literally, I want to say 80,000 people at this fucking place. Oh, Parc Jean Drapeau. Anyways, it's where they have races. Fucking bonkers. I think I mentioned it before, but holy shit. Like, at one point, Tara and I were going in to go watch Metallica, and we got so deep into this one place, like, it was fucking armed. Like, she had a panic attack. She had to leave. It was fucking crazy. I guess I have a video of it. I didn't go look at it because I'll check it out later. In 2011, they did Download Festival, which is fucking totally rad. And they also did some shows while they were over there. So in June 17th in Copenhagen, Denmark. The 18th, they did in Gothenburg, SE. Where the fuck is that? Sweden, maybe? And then Paris, France. Saarbrücken, and then they did Milan in Italy. Their album, 2006, Baptized in Blood EP, a few songs, independent, and then 2009 they did Gutterbound, and this full-length independent. 2010, Baptized in Blood, full-length, Roadrunner Records. Now, there's nothing on Spotify, and I couldn't find anything online either, but their deluxe or their special edition that's on Spotify, I believe, is all those put together because there's songs on there that I wasn't aware of because I bought their album because it was that fucking good. And like I said, when I listen to something that's amazing or I feel it deserves the support, I will definitely go buy the album, especially on vinyl. I'm gonna try and search this out on vinyl if there's fucking one around. Who knows? I might get lucky, but so let's do the feature song right now. And like I said, it's Up Shirts, Down Skirts, and the reason why I picked it is strictly because of the goddamn video. Now, Dirty Back, it was the very first song I ever heard of them, but this video this video is fucking amazing. I really highly you know what? What I'm gonna do for my Instagram post on it, I'm gonna try and find a picture of this video of this guy fucking playing shredding air guitar on the burning car off the cliff. Oh, go check out the video. Seriously, check out the video. Let's listen to the song together, and then who knows, you might want to go listen to the video, watch the video. If not, go check out the video first. Who knows? I don't know. Do whatever you feel is right, okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not your parents. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your uncle. I'm not your aunt. I'm not your grandparents. You do what you do best, okay? So let's do this. Baptized in Blood. Enjoy.
Before you know it,
Okay, guys, look, I fucked up. While it was playing the feature song, Upskirts, Downshirts, or Upshirts, no, it's Last Line Lady. I was watching the video while the song was playing, so it was fucking good. I'm glad I did, because I forgot about a lot of things about this video. So again, the feature song was Last Line Lady, and I apologize for my fuck up. My bad. Whatever. I'm allowed to. So this video is fucking amazing. It starts, and they're in a bar, and they're doing a gig in a bar, and there's only like 4 people there. And it's like, oh, we're baptized in blood. And then they start playing it, and it shows homie fucking sitting next to this chick or whatever, a hot chick, and he had a rough day at work, and his work's calling him. It's fucking great. Go check it out. Last Line Lady. Let me repeat myself. Last Line Lady. Okay. Moving on. So there's not very much left. Got a couple of quotes and some things, and that's about it. And then kind of wraps up the sum of the band and stuff like that. There's a really cool live that, because like with all their in betweens of not doing stuff, they did some stuff, released a song, and then they released this really cool video, and it's a recording from the studio of them doing a Nirvana cover, Breed, and it is fucking awesome. These guys are great musicians, and homie's playing a fucking Jaguar in it, guitar, basically the same guitar that Kurt Cobain played at one point. It's great on their Facebook page. The Facebook page is still around, so I don't know. There's nothing, no updates on it. It hasn't been, I think, since 2013, I want to say, or some shit like that. So obviously it's been a while. So in 2011, April 2011, they won an award for Best Metal Band at the Jack Richardson Music Awards in their hometown of London, Ontario, Canada. This was their second time winning the award. They said, "We can't thank the committee enough, and Jack Richardson himself, for unleashing his musical wisdom over the course of his career. And of course, all party animals that come rage with us every time we play. Stoking, Baptized in Blood." It's totally rad. Like they were fucking amazing band. So much more potential. It's too bad that they didn't, get around to making more. And like I said, I do believe it was a management thing. A good manager should be able to pull them together. There's always a leader in a band. The management should step in every once in a while, or someone, I don't want to say step in, but they should be able to steer the ship that is Baptized in Blood. Not steer it, but guide it. You know what I mean? So it's like captain steering it, and the management is their fucking GPS. So if you have bad GPS, you can get bad directions. You're going to end up in a fucking shithole, right? So, and I think that's what happened. There's nothing really else to go on off of that, but that's about it. Joel was a guest on Full Metal Jackie, internet radio. I don't know if she's I used to listen to her on internet radio all the time. It was a great little show. I didn't mind it at all. She plays, obviously her name, Full Metal Jackie. It's all metal. Not metal, like, but it's called Full Metal. But it's all hard shit. Some rock in there, but it's mostly hard stuff. So it's a great show. I don't know if it's still on or not, because thank you, Spotify. Goodbye, Tidal. Talked about that. At one point, then they tried again. And then was, "Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. We are searching for a new drummer. Requirements: you have to be 21, clean record, obviously, so you can travel across the planet. Yeah, travel across the planet. Who knows? You might end up in Europe or in Japan or something. That makes sense. Across the planet." After that, there was nothing much. They started. Joel and Josh started pimping their side project, or their new band, I think it was, Acoritics. There's 2 demos on SoundCloud, and fuck, they were good. I don't know why I just didn't keep going. They opened for Cancer Bats. Fucking Cancer Bats. Love you guys, man. Cancer Bats. There's a quote from them. "Doors are at 8, so get there early and be sure to bring your party pants. You're gonna need them." And I believe it. Like, they were great band. It's unfortunate that they didn't keep going the way they could have. Josh, their lead guitar player, Mr. fucking Shreds a lot. That guy, holy fuck, a whole nother fucking gambit of guitar playing. Josh Torrance was a co-host on The Meltdown. I've never heard of it before, but apparently it was here in Alberta. It was a 1-hour radio show that aired online and on 4 radio stations in Alberta. It sounds familiar for some reason, but I don't know exactly where or when or who or what the fuck, because our radio stations fucking blow. It is brutal. We have some really good talent on there sometimes, and like, I don't know who controls what music goes through where or what. They're like, "Oh, check out the latest track from blah blah blah," and it's like, fucking, I've heard it 6 months ago. show. That's so bad. Like, I don't know. And there's some good talent, like local radio talent. These DJs are actually really good. It's just they're stuck doing what they have to do because that's their livelihood, and they have no choice. They have to listen to who's telling what, you know, who and what to do and all that good stuff. Edmonton's a different breed of people though when it comes to music too. Like, our one main radio rock station is called The Bear. It's owned by Bell Media, and they have their format, and it's actually changed in the last. I've noticed they got something new coming up with some stuff that they're doing. Some new. They call it 6 in a row, and it's all just music. That cool, I guess. And then there's other radio stations that are not like that at all. More it's a really weird market here because a lot of people I fucking despise, don't like Nickelback at all. But they started playing Nickelback a lot again, and you know people complain about it, but they have to play it because there's more people like Nickelback here than people don't. It's fucking sick. Those people need to get their fucking heads checked. That's all I gotta say, because that is not fucking good music in any way whatsoever. They have changed in a lot of ways where, you know, they're playing more modern music now, but I don't know. It's not. Who am I, right? I'm just a dude in a basement talking about a band that doesn't even fucking exist anymore. Again, their name's Baptized in Blood. Go check them out. And it wasn't up skirt, down shirt, okay? It was Last Line Lady. So yeah, that was Baptized in Blood. Thank you again. Like I said, I thought it was going to be shorter, but apparently not. Maybe I should just keep like not putting so much stuff in there. Like I want to do the Crew, but holy fuck, I promise you, I'm gonna do Nikki Sixx and Motley Crue, but it's gonna be one of those ones where I have to sift through a lot of work. Like it's gonna be some side stuff. I got some vacation time coming up, guys, so I'm gonna be off for a month. I got a whole fucking month off of work. I'm so stoked. First time in my life. So fucking stoked. Don't have anything to worry about. It's great. I am going to most likely I'm gonna bang out a whole bunch. Obviously, you're not gonna know. Because I'm just going to release them regularly like I normally do. But along then, I think, is when I'll do the Nikki Sixx Motley Crue, because I want to go through both Nikki Sixx and Motley Crue, because Motley Crue is basically Nikki Sixx. Because if it wasn't for Nikki Sixx, there'd be no Motley Crue, because he wrote all the songs. Anyways, so my point is, I will eventually do it. There's some other ones too that I eventually want to do, like Nirvana's another one too, but I want to do that one right, because Nirvana means a lot to me too. So yeah, that's what's coming up in the future. Maybe if you don't mind, go like my Instagrams, my Facebook page, and maybe you can check out my Twitter. I promise you I will, in this 4 weeks I got coming up, I'm going to get a little website going. I'm going to catch up on a lot of things here that I got coming up in my vacationing future that I'm staying home, doing a staycation. I'm going to sleep in. I love sleeping, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'll get my little website up. It's going to be super simple. I like legit, one page. I'll have my fucking music player on there. My stupid mug will probably be on there, and, you know, a couple of graphics, whatever. Just so you guys know that there's, you know, that website, it'll have just some general inquiry stuff, my email and my social media links and stuff like that. Yeah, so like go like my stuff if you would. That'd be great. Leave me a review if you don't mind. That'd be awesome too. I got a review from my homie Mike. Thanks, Mike. Much love. But yeah, anybody else, go check it out. I'm working on going on a network that my other podcast is already on, The Awesome Hour. We are on G Radio. I'm most likely going to end up, this is most likely going to end up on there too, because it's music based and his thing is music based. So Mike is our sponsor of the Awesome Hour, Concept Beard. Go check him out. If you got a big beard, he's got all sorts of awesome stuff for your beard. Like it's I use it. It's fucking amazing. Go check it out. So that was another episode of Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. Again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for putting up my fucking craziness that you guys put up with, and me always saying that, I don't know, maybe it's not going to be that long and ends up being long because I always end up fucking rambling. That was Baptized in Blood. I'm your host, as always, Ivan. This has been another episode of Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. Keep listening to music, people, because it makes life that much better. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you again for listening to Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. It means the world to me. I'm glad you could come on this journey with me, and we'll keep doing it every week. Subscribe, rate and review, all that good stuff, and keep listening to music, because it only makes life better. And we'll see you on the flip side. Stay rad.